Greetings, DMs, GMs, and players. This is the Insomniac GM, and today for Halloween, I want to talk about Actual Monsters. Actual Monsters is a horror-based RPG, and to sum up how the game is in one picture, go to the very first page. You see two monsters tearing apart a person. I will tell you, out of the three people in that picture, one of them's an NPC. I'll let you figure out which two are the players. So in Actual Monsters, you're not playing a sympathetic monster where it's like you're misunderstood, or no, you are playing the Jason Voorhees, you are playing the Jigsaw, you are playing Dracula, and you prey upon your victims. And this game it's very simple in the rules. Like, simple to run, simple to GM. Not like real stupid simple, but like simple where you could pick it up, run it, and yeah. Now, in the game, you create your monster. You can choose if you are a monster who was born as a monster, if you were created as a monster, or if you just always were, like, you were never born. There's a lot of different customizable options. Now, in the game, so far there's only 2 books. I don't know if they plan on making it anymore. But by the way, in the link below, I'm gonna put a link to where you can buy these games. I'll also put a link to Grim Jim's trailer for the game. I always put the links in the description, and I always forget to say. But so in the core game, you get the rules for playing the monsters. Now, the expansion book gives you rules to generate your own monsters, and if you rather your players play the hunters hunting after these monsters. So I've tried using the random generator, and I made a internet influencer who likes to lure people in and torture them. And he has a parasite in him that like makes him do it or something like that. I did another one. I actually printed it out, but I don't think you can actually see the writing because it's so faint. But I promise you there is writing on it. But I ended up creating a like a fortune teller, a lady who can see the future, and she has great strength, and she has great resources for finding people and tries to hunt them down in that. And so when you play the game, you use the dice to determine like what your health is and all that. Now, say you go to use one of your abilities. Say this old lady goes to use her great strength, to break a door down. Well, she lowers her citation down 1 die, and there's a drawback to it, which is she would have like her veins start showing. Like people can see them, like, and until she accomplishes whatever her, what is it called? I can't think of it. Nature, is it? Essentially with her, if she doesn't torture somebody, then it's going to continue to show those veins. But if she tortures someone, she goes back. Well, as you go down, it's easier to be found. Now this game, you go on your killing spree, torture spree, whatever kind of game you're playing. And when you play, you bring more attention to yourself. And you have to constantly keep doing these evil acts, and it keeps bringing more attention to you until you're eventually caught and killed. This game is really dark, really gritty. I love horror. You know, like when I started about a year or two ago, I learned about the Vampire the Masquerade RPG. I was so excited to play it, and then when I got the book and I looked at it, I was like, this wasn't what I wanted. And I've always wanted a RPG where I can just play the monster in a I just wanted to be, well, as I say, an actual monster. And this game gave me that. My only regret is not learning about those games sooner. But I love it. I hope to one day run it. I've had a one-shot planned for some time for my group called Murder Hobos, where essentially the players play hobos that get mutated from like radioactive waste that the rich like dump into their area, and then the players can just take their vengeance on the city of, you know, who's wronged them. Which reminds me too, in this game, everyone is nasty. You know, like if you see good in this, it may be like somebody doing good for views on Twitter or whatever, you know? Like, everyone has a nasty side to themselves. And I actually, after reading this, put that even in my Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder games and that, when I write out like ideals, flaws, and all that for the characters, I always put a sin down and try to see how that character would act with that sin. You know, some may embrace it more, some may not. But I love what I've read on this, and I hope to one day run it. Another thing I would recommend with us is with the expansion, they actually, I'm trying not to flip through too much because I really want you guys to give Grim Jim money. But, well, him and his studio money. But, so essentially, another thing I like to do with this companion book is I'll generate a monster out of here. And with the generated monster, I'll just convert it over into Call of Cthulhu or Pathfinder or whatever. And your players don't know what they're up against. They don't know what they're getting into, you know? I like using I like getting RPGs where I can bring stuff over into other ones. And also I like RPGs where they stand out from each other a lot more. And this one stands out to me. The only thing I wish I've played it to actually like talk about memories of running or playing this, but it's just a lot of excited hype of when I'd eventually run this. So, in the description, check out the advertisement I will put a link to, and like, yeah, tell me in the comments, like, are you interested in this RPG? What kind of campaign would you run with this? And, yeah, you know, hopefully I get to play it soon. If I do, I'll let you know. Until next time, happy Halloween.